Today we're checking out some of the best cases available for the Galaxy A16 5G. Now keep in mind, we're pretty early with this one, so I may have to do a part 2 once more cases are available. I'll leave links for everything covered in today's video, so let's go ahead and get started. If you're looking for a simple TPU case, the Spigen Rugged Armor case is usually a good option. I kind of wish it came in different colors. It's made of a flexible TPU material. It's got military grade drop protection, pretty flexible TPU material. Has little ridges on the sides that help give it a little extra grip. Kind of a matte texture on the back, carbon fiber on the top and bottom. It's got plenty of screen protection all the way around. Also has a nice and large opening for the power button, so pretty easy to use the fingerprint scanner on here. Volume buttons seem to stick out plenty, and they have some nice clickiness to them as well. It's got a little bit of play there on the side, but overall, pretty snug fit. Nice and large opening for the charging port. You also have good protection for the cameras on the back as well. Weighs about 41 grams for the case itself, so fairly lightweight. Overall, a pretty clean design to this one that also gives you a little extra grip. I know you don't get wireless charging with the Galaxy A16, but it's still nice to have a magnetic case like this one by Aoki. Also comes with a tempered glass screen protector as well. I think they have a couple different color options. The one shown here is black. It's pretty rigid, it doesn't really flex much. It's got a harder shell there on the back. It has kind of a soft touch material on the edges, but yet still has pretty good grip to it. It's got a nice lip going around the screen, so plenty of protection there. Nice tapered opening for the power button and fingerprint scanner. Fingerprint scanner seems to work pretty good. Volume buttons stick out on this one probably a little further than most others, so they're easy to locate and they have some really nice clickiness to them as well. Nice and large opening for the charging port. Probably one of the best as far as camera protection on the back as well. It's a little frosted there on the back, but you can obviously see what color your phone is. Also with this style of case, you are going to have some fingerprints on here. Definitely seems like the magnet is strong enough on here. Weighs about 37 grams for the case itself, so definitely one of the lighter cases available. It's kind of rounded on the corners and then flat on the edges. If you have a magnetic mount in your car or MagSafe accessories, this one is definitely a good option. If you're looking for a clear case, so it doesn't really look like you have a case on your phone, the Ultra Hybrid case by Spigen is definitely one of the best options available. It also has military grade drop protection. This one's super rigid, doesn't flex at all, has a harder shell there on the back, softer TPU material around the edges. Probably one of the best looking cases in my opinion, just because you can see pretty much everything about the phone. Really nice protection for the cameras on the back. Just enough screen protection all the way around as well. Pretty large opening for the power button, so the fingerprint scanner works pretty good on this one. Really nice job on the volume buttons as well, as usual by Spigen. You've also got an oversized cutout for the charging port, so that's good to see. This one seems to be pretty good as far as not getting fingerprints. You might get some fingerprints on this one. I kind of wish this was a little softer on the sides so you get a little better grip. Not bad for a clear case though. Weighs about 37 grams for the case itself, so pretty lightweight. Again, probably one of the best looking cases for the Galaxy A16 5G. The Scout case by Urban Armor Gear, or UAG, is sort of a rugged TPU case. Definitely feels a little thicker than most other TPU cases. Also has military grade drop protection as well. Has a nice matte finish to it. Does have a little bit of flex to it, but you can definitely tell this is a thicker TPU material. This one probably has a little more screen protection than some of the others. It does have a little bit of flex there on the side. Pretty snug fit though. Has a nice and large opening for the power button. I feel like they could have made that a little bit thinner around the power button. Still seems to work pretty good though. It's got a rougher texture along the sides, even on the volume buttons. I kind of like that, just gives it a little extra grip when you're holding the phone or just turning the volume up or down. It has a pretty large lip that goes around the cameras on the back. Easily one of the largest openings for the charging port. Weighs about 47 grams for the case itself, so it does have a little bit of weight to it. Overall, just a really nice clean design to it. If you're looking for a rugged TPU case, I would definitely put this one at the top of your list. I also thought I would throw this case in here, mainly because I like the design of it. It's a softer TPU material, not quite silicone, by Puuku. Comes in several different colors. The one shown here is avocado green. As you can see, it's a pretty flexible, thin TPU case. Probably one of the better ones as far as protection for the cameras on the back. It's got plenty of screen protection all the way around. I also like how they make it thicker around the edges. Sort of gives you something to grab onto. Nice tapered opening for the power button, so pretty easy to unlock using the fingerprint scanner. The volume buttons on here are probably some of the easiest to use. Seems like the opening for the charging port is large enough, and it's a little more unique as far as the opening for the speaker as well. It's got decent grip on this one, kind of a matte texture all the way around. Only 31 grams for the case itself, so easily one of the lightest cases available. If you just want a thin TPU case, that definitely stands out a little more than some of the other case options out there. Easily one of the most rugged cases out of all of these, and with the most protection, is the Poetic Revolution case. It's got military grade drop protection, and they give you the option of a built-in screen protector or without. It does have a softer TPU material around the edges, harder plastic shell on the back. I still feel like they can make the TPU material a little bit softer around the edges. Once you put the screen protector on the phone, it's pretty simple to snap it into the back part of the case. The one thing they've added to this case is the cover for the cameras on the back. Definitely takes protecting your phone even one step higher. Probably one of the best as far as the opening for the fingerprint scanner. I mean, you can see how my thumb just fits perfectly where it is. Definitely some of the easiest volume buttons to use. So of course you have really good screen protection on here, and it's tapered, so it's easy to get to stuff over along the edge. You've also got a flap there on the bottom for the charging port. You've also got a built-in kickstand here on the back as well. So you can use it in portrait or landscape. The built-in screen protector works really good on this one. You barely even notice it's there. Weighs about 84 grams for the case itself, so definitely one of the heaviest cases available. Again, probably one of the most rugged cases you'll find for the Galaxy A16 5G. Now the Tough Armor case by Spigen is what I would consider sort of medium protection, or it's in between a thinner TPU case, but not quite as rugged as something like the Poetic Revolution. Also has military grade drop protection as well. It's got a softer TPU material on the inside, harder plastic shell on the back, so it's pretty rigid once you put it together. On the plastic has sort of a soft touch material. Got just enough screen protection all the way around. This might be the best one as far as the opening for the fingerprint scanner. The volume buttons have some nice clickiness to them as well. Nice and large opening for the charging port. Good protection for the cameras on the back as well. This one also has a built-in metal kickstand, so it gives you a couple different angles when in the stand position. Weighs about 61 grams for the case itself, so it'll definitely add some weight to the phone. So definitely a nice rugged option by Spigen for the A16 5G. Now, if you like the Poetic Revolution case, but you want something a little slimmer, maybe not quite as heavy, the Poetic Guardian case is actually a pretty good option. And you've got the option of a built-in screen protector or without. It's also clear on the back so you can see the color of your phone. Also has military grade drop protection as well. I actually feel like this one has a little better grip than the Revolution. Probably one of the better ones as far as the fingerprint scanner opening, and the volume buttons stick out really far on this one as well. It's got good screen protection. The screen protector, you can tell it's there a little bit. Overall though, works really good. You've also got a flap there on the bottom for the charging port. You can see it has a nice lip going around the cameras on the back. Also has some extra corner protection there as well. If you're looking for a rugged case, for me personally, I probably like this one a little better than the Revolution. Weighs about 60 grams for the case itself, so quite a bit lighter than the Revolution. Overall, just a really nice rugged case by Poetic. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.